My name is Priya Sharma, and this is how I broke my family's heart to chase my own. It started with one night. I stood on a stage in a Chicago community center, guitar in hand, and sang a rock song instead of the Bharatanatyam dance my parents expected. The crowd was stunned. My parents in the front row looked betrayed. "You've dishonored us," my dad said later, his voice sharp. I didn't care. I was done living their life. But that night lit a fire I couldn't control. I grew up in Chicago's Devon Avenue, where Indian restaurants mixed with American chains. My parents, Anil and Sunita Sharma, came from Mumbai in the 90s for grad school. My dad was a software engineer, my mom a math teacher, balancing Indian tradition with American ambition. I was their only child, their hope for a perfect Indian-American daughter. Study computer science, marry well, honor our culture. But I wasn't that girl. At school, I was Priya, obsessed with music, Paramore, The Killers, raw guitar riffs. I wrote songs in secret, dreaming of stages, not cubicles. My best friend, Jamal, a black kid with rap dreams, got it. "You're fire, P," he'd say, watching me strum. But at home, music was a fight. "Focus on studies," my mom said. My dad was harsher. "You're a Sharma, not a pop star." To them, my rock obsession was a rebellion against our Indian roots. The tension exploded in college. I was supposed to study computer science, but secretly took music classes. Jamal pushed me to perform at open mics, and I started posting videos online. Then came the Indian Community Center's cultural showcase. My parents signed me up for Bharatanatyam, but I planned to sing an original rock song, a gritty anthem about breaking free. I knew they'd hate it, but I was tired of hiding. I rehearsed with Jamal, perfecting the song, "I'm not your shadow, I'm not your chain." The night of the showcase, I swapped my dance costume for jeans and a leather jacket. On stage, I saw my parents' expectant faces, then hit the first chord. My voice shook but grew strong, the crowd torn between cheers and whispers. My mom clutched my dad's arm, his jaw tightened. When I finished, some clapped, some booed. Jamal whooped from the back, but my parents sat frozen. Backstage, my dad confronted me. "You embarrassed us," he shouted. "This isn't a game, Priya." "I'm being me," I shot back. "Why can't you accept that?" My mom's tears stung worse. "We've given you everything. Why do this?" "Because I'm not you," I said, my voice breaking. "I'm not Indian enough for you, but I'm not American enough for the world. I'm just me." My dad's face hardened. "Go home. We'll talk later." He stormed off, my mom following. I didn't go home. I crashed at Jamal's, ignoring their calls. His mom let me stay, but warned, "You're burning bridges, Priya." I knew she was right, but I couldn't stop. The next weeks were war. My parents grounded me, banned Jamal, and forced me into computer science tutoring. "You're throwing away your future," my dad said. "We need a daughter who respects us." "Respect?" I snapped. "You don't respect me. You don't know me." The fights grew uglier. I snuck out to gigs, my online videos gaining views. One night, I came home late, guitar in hand. My dad was waiting, a photo album open, pictures from India, him as a kid. "Do you know why we left this?" he said. "For you to have a better life, not to waste it." "I'm not wasting it," I said. "I'm living mine, not yours." He slammed the album shut. "You think you can forget your roots? You'll need us one day, Priya." His words cut deep, but I was too angry to care. I swore I'd prove him wrong, make it as a musician, no matter the cost. I didn't know how far that promise would take me, or what it would break. I thought defying my parents on that stage would free me, but it didn't. It just built a wall, higher with every fight, every silent glare. I was Priya, the rebel chasing my music, but also Priya, the daughter who'd shamed her family. The Indian community whispered about me, aunties shaking their heads at the grocery store. My parents bore the humiliation, their faces tight with pain. I felt guilty, but I pushed it down. They cared about appearances. I cared about being me. Life at home became a battlefield. My dad barely spoke, his silence cutting deeper than words. My mom hovered, pleading, "We're doing this for you, Priya." They pushed computer science harder, like it could erase my dreams. I escaped to school where Jamal, my best friend, kept me sane. "You're a warrior, P," he'd say, tweaking beats while I recorded demos. His belief made me feel alive, but it couldn't fix the rift at home. Then came a game changer. Jamal's cousin, Marcus, worked at an indie label and saw my showcase video online, now at 50,000 views. He invited me to audition for a club showcase, a shot at industry scouts. "Bring it, Priya," he said. It was my dream, but it clashed with my cousin Ria's wedding, a 3-day event my parents saw as a chance to save face after my stunt. Missing it would be unforgivable. I agonized. The audition was my break. The wedding was their pride. I tried compromising, skip the sangeet, attend the ceremony, but my dad shut me down. "You'll be there," he said. No room for debate. I lied, claiming a school project. My mom looked skeptical, but my dad just nodded, too tired to fight. I hated lying, but I couldn't miss the audition. The night of the showcase, I stood in Jamal's apartment, dressed in jeans and a crop top, guitar ready. My phone buzzed with my mom's texts. "Where are you? Sangeet's starting." I silenced it and went to the Blue Note, a gritty club packed with musicians. On stage, I played 3 songs, my voice raw, the crowd roaring. Marcus nodded from the back. Scouts took notes. When I finished, he grinned. "You killed it. Meeting with the label next week." But my high crashed when I checked my phone. A voicemail from my dad, shaking with rage. "You lied, Priya. Someone saw you at that club. Get home." Someone from the community had spotted me. I looked at Jamal, who'd heard it. "You're in trouble, P," he said. I stayed at his place, too scared to face them. The next morning, my mom texted, "You broke your father's heart. Come home." Guilt hit hard, but so did defiance. They'd never supported my music. Why apologize? I threw myself into songwriting, but when I finally went home, the air was heavy. My parents sat in the living room, the old photo album open, pictures of India, my dad's past. "You chose that noise over family," he said, his voice low. "Over Ria, over us." "It's not noise," I said, trembling. "It's me. Why can't you see that?" "Because it's not who you're meant to be," he shouted. My mom's tears stopped me from yelling back. "You're tearing us apart, Priya," she said. "I can't pretend to be someone else," I said, tears falling. "I'm not your perfect daughter." My dad's voice was cold. "If you choose this, you're alone." I grabbed my guitar and left, his words echoing. I crashed at Jamal's again, the audition's thrill gone, replaced by a hollow ache. Then Ria called, surprising me. "I'm not mad," she said. "But your dad's not okay. He's quiet, withdrawn. They miss you, Priya." Her words shook me. I'd been so angry I hadn't seen their pain. "They want someone I'm not," I said. "Maybe they're scared," she said. "Talk to him." I hung up, her words lingering. Scared? My dad? It didn't fit, but it planted a seed. That night, I wrote a softer song about a girl torn between worlds. Jamal heard it and nodded. "That's your heart, P. I didn't know it, but that song, and a crisis, would soon change everything." Leaving home felt like freedom, but it was a lie. Every song I wrote carried my parents' silence, their pain. I was Priya, chasing my music, but also Priya, the daughter who'd broken her family. I stayed at Jamal's, his mom letting me crash on their couch. "You can't run forever," she warned. I knew she was right, but facing my dad's anger, his words, "You're alone," was too much. I dove into music to cope. The indie label, Sound Vibe, signed me for a 3-song demo, a shot at a real contract. Marcus, my manager, pushed me hard. "Dig deep, Priya," he said. I poured my guilt and defiance into lyrics. My videos now hitting 100,000 views. Fans commented, "This is fire," and Jamal called me a star. But success felt empty without my family. My parents hadn't called, and the Indian community shunned us. My mom's friend, Auntie Mira, posted about lost daughters online, a jab at me. Then came a crisis. I got a text from Auntie Mira. "Priya, your dad's in the hospital, heart attack. Mercy Hospital now." My heart stopped. My dad was 48, strong, always boasting about his health. It didn't make sense. Jamal drove me to the hospital, my mind racing, his angry words, that photo album of India, his tired eyes. In the waiting room, my mom hugged me, tears streaming. "He's stable," she said. "Mild heart attack, but he's stressed, work, you, everything." I felt sick with guilt. "Can I see him?" I asked. She nodded, leading me to his room. My dad lay in bed, wired to machines, looking small, fragile. His eyes softened when he saw me. "Priya," he said, voice weak. "You're here." "I'm sorry," I blurted, tears falling. "I didn't mean for this." "Not your fault," he said, wincing. "I pushed you too hard. I thought I was protecting you." I wanted to say more, to explain how trapped I'd felt, but I just held his hand, his skin rough and cool. My mom watched, relieved. For a moment, I felt hope, like we could heal. But the next day, my dad was stronger, arguing with nurses about food, still stubborn. When we were alone, he said, "Priya, I need to tell you something. Why I've been hard on you. It's not just tradition, it's personal." I braced for a lecture, but the doctor interrupted, talking about rehab. My dad shut down, the moment lost. I left frustrated, wondering what he meant. Was it an apology? Something else? At Jamal's, I focused on the demo, recording my new song about a girl torn between worlds. Marcus loved it. "This is your soul," he said. The label set a New York showcase for scouts, but it was the same weekend my dad would come home. My mom texted, "He needs you, Priya." I was torn. New York was my dream. My dad's health scare was my guilt. I told Marcus, expecting him to push the showcase. "Family's the root," he said. "Your call." I paced, replaying my dad's words. "It's personal." Rhea, my cousin, had hinted he was hiding something. I called her. "He's been weird," she said, "talking about India, his past. Ask him, Priya." I didn't want to, scared of what I'd hear, but I couldn't ignore it. The demo was done, the showcase loomed, and my dad's secret lingered like an unfinished song. I had to choose, my future or my family. I didn't know a single moment would decide it for me, revealing a truth that would change everything. I was torn between two worlds, New York, where my music could soar, and home, where my dad's heart attack had left a wound. His cryptic words, "It's personal," echoed, hinting at a secret I couldn't ignore. I wanted to chase my dream, but Rhea's voice lingered. "He's carrying something heavy." I didn't know a single conversation would shatter everything I thought I knew about him and me. The day before the New York showcase, I was at Jamal's, my guitar packed, my mind a mess. My mom's text burned, "Your dad comes home tomorrow. Be there." Jamal caught me staring at it. "Go see him, P," he said. "You'll regret it if you don't." He was right. My new song about a girl caught between worlds had stirred something. I couldn't move forward without facing home. I called my mom, saying I'd come for my dad's homecoming. She sounded relieved but wary. I didn't mention New York, too complicated. Marcus wasn't thrilled when I said I might skip the showcase, but he got it. "Family first," he said. "We'll find another." I hoped so, but as I headed home, I felt like I was betting my future. Home smelled of turmeric and memory. My mom hugged me tight like I might vanish. "Go easy on him, Priya," she said. My dad was on the couch, a blanket over him, looking older, smaller. His eyes lit up when he saw me. "Priya," he said, voice rough. "You came." "Yeah," I said, sitting down, hands fidgeting. "I had to." Silence hung heavy, full of our fights and hurts. I wanted to apologize, but he spoke first. "I owe you an explanation," he said, eyes distant. "Why I pushed you so hard. It's not just tradition. It's me." I braced for another lecture, but then came the twist. The truth that changed everything. "I was you once," he said. "In Mumbai, at your age, I was a musician. Electric guitar, rock songs, a band. I had a record deal, a dream. I thought I'd make it." I froze. My dad? The man who'd called my music noise? A rocker? "What happened?" I asked, voice shaking. "My father wanted me to be an engineer," he said. "Music was a disgrace to him. I fought, played gigs, but then my sister, your Aunt Kavita, got cancer. We couldn't afford treatment. I had to choose, my dream or family. I gave up music, became an engineer, came to America. I thought I'd moved on, but it left a hole. I pushed you towards safety, Priya, because I was scared you'd break like I did." I couldn't speak. My dad had been me, a dreamer, crushed by duty. The photo album, his obsession with tradition, it was his shield, hiding his pain. "Why didn't you tell me?" I asked, tears falling. "I was ashamed," he said, voice breaking. "I wanted to be strong for you, but I was wrong. I caged you, and I'm sorry." His words cracked me open. I saw him now, a man who'd sacrificed his soul for family, and I saw me, running from him, but also from my own fear of failing. "I'm sorry too," I said, sobbing. "I thought you hated me." "Never," he said, grabbing my hand. "I love you, Priya." My mom joined us, her arms around us both. We cried, raw and real, the wall between us crumbling. I skipped New York. Marcus understood, promising another chance. I stayed home helping my dad recover. One night, he pulled out an old guitar from the attic, a battered Fender. We played together, his riffs, my chords, laughing like I was a kid again. He listened to my demo, eyes shining. "You're better than I was," he said. I grinned, tears in my eyes. My music evolved. I wove Indian sounds, sitar vibes, Hindi phrases into my songs, honoring both my roots and my wings. They hit big online, even with the Indian community. Auntie Mira shared one, writing, "Priya shines." The label offered a contract, and my parents were there when I signed, my dad beaming. I used to think I had to choose, family or dreams, Indian or me, but my dad's secret showed me I could have both. Roots ground you, wings let you fly. I'm still Priya Sharma, singing my truth, carrying my family's love. The stage is mine, but so is home.